Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Dan, and today we're going to change the thermostat on my Jeep 392 Hemi. All right, a couple of the tools that you're going to need are you're going to need a torque wrench, you're going to need a long extension with a swivel, some kind of swivel. You're going to need a ratchet with a 13 millimeter socket, a long screwdriver, or something that you can use as a light pry bar, a 10 millimeter socket, which you can also use with your other ratchet. This is how I'm doing it with a little core wrench. You're going to need a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, a couple of rags, a new thermostat. The one I'm using is from this company. It's a 180 degree thermostat right there. This one right here is the stock one that I took out. And this is a 203 degree thermostat. There's nothing wrong with it. I just decided to change it. There we go. 203 degrees. You're going to need something to dump the antifreeze in from the 1 gallon Ziploc bag, and maybe some kind of funnel. All right, let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove the 10 millimeter bolt right there. What that does is it allows you to move this back out of the way like you see here. You can just, once you take it off, you just scoot it out of the way. Second thing you're going to want to do is take a Ziploc bag. Let me zoom in, see if I can zoom in a little bit. Take a Ziploc bag and put the opening of it back behind it as far as you can push it. As you can see, once you crack the bolts, these two bolts right there, that one and this one, most of the antifreeze is going to come this direction. So you're going to want to get the Ziploc bag back underneath here as far as you can get it. It's not very far, it kind of ends like back in here, but you're going to want to maybe hold it with one hand to try to keep from making a mess, like I did. All right, so once you've done that, go ahead and crack the two bolts a little bit on the housing. Just a little bit, and grab the housing right here and shake it back and forth a little, and it'll start, antifreeze will start coming out down into the bag. If you make a mess like I did, no big deal, but try to capture most of it in the bag. Once most of it's drained out, remove the bolts the rest of the way and pull this up out of the way like you see here. Just pull it up out of the way. Pay attention how the old thermostat was in there. So the one in my hand here is the old one. So I positioned the new one exactly like the old one was in there. And this thing right here is like a air bleeder, like little thing. It's not really a valve, but it kind of is. And that helps get air out of the system. So it's got to be facing to the top. And like you see here, yours should be almost exactly identical to mine. All right, before you put the new one in, put some antifreeze around the rubber seal. It just kind of helps lube it up and make it so it seals good. So let me see what else. Okay, when you go to take the old one out, you're going to want to take this long pry bar, which in my case is a screwdriver, right here. Get it in behind here a little bit and give it a little bit of a tug. And that'll break it loose, and you'll have even more antifreeze come out. So in between the 2 times that antifreeze will come out, you may want to empty the first go around into the container, then reset the bag before you pop this off with your pry bar, the other thermostat out with your pry bar. And then once you're done with all that, you can go ahead and go back to the other step I talked about, lubing the rubber on around here, around the edge with the antifreeze, and then putting it in the exact same direction as the other one was in. Go ahead and put the housing back on there. Put the 2 bolts back in with the 13mm socket. Torque them down to 21 foot-pounds. If you don't want to torque them, that would be up to you. I like to torque certain things. Some things I don't torque, but I'm going to torque them on mine to 21 foot-pounds. So that'll be up to you. So I'll get this all torqued down. Put the 10mm bolt back in right there. Get this whole thing back in order. If you made a mess like I did, which I already cleaned it up before the video because I didn't want to leave it. I just took a hose and sprayed it down in there. It's no big deal. The stuff cleans up pretty decent. You just spray it up down in there. Don't spray any on your alternator. And then once you're all done with that, take what you have in here that you took out, put it back over there in the reservoir. In my case, I'll have to get some more, which is no big deal. So if you don't have to, that is awesome. So dump it in there, and then get out there and drive it for a little bit. Check things over, make sure there's no leaks, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. If you have any other ideas on how this could be done, sometimes there's multiple ways to do things. Please leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.